Is it appearing my screen now?
Yes, sir.
So last class we discussed about this coefficient of friction, their empirical relation, and this table, regarding this table, the critical pressure, Sommerfeld number. Now this was we have to discuss. Now heat generated in the journal bearing, heat dissipated in the bearing. So what is the cause of heat generated in the bearing? So the main cause is, while the friction is rotating, the purpose of the bearing, when the bearing is running, because what is the purpose of the bearing? To permit the relative motion. While permitting the relative motion, the contact surfaces are overcoming the frictional resistance inbuilt between them. So due to this reason, there may be a heat going to generated. So how much heat is going to generated? The heat generated, the magnitude is denoted by Q suffix G, heat generated, equal mu into coefficient of friction into load acting on the journal bearing into pitch lane velocity. Now it is expressed in terms of watts. Okay, so what is mu? Mu is a coefficient of friction. Just now I shown, that is 33 by 10 to the power of 8 into Zn by P into D by C, and plus K. And what is W? W is load acting on the journal bearing, okay, in terms of newtons, and V is the pitch line velocity. So the equation is for this pi dN by 60. Okay, now where now this much of magnitude of heat is going to generate in the bearing while overcoming the frictional resistance. Now after continuously heat is going to generating, after continuously generating the heat, the bearing is going to meet a equilibrium position. After happen, suppose this is the bearing inside continuously, because of rotation of this journal, there is a friction is there is overcoming frictional, there is a continuously heat generation is going to take place. At a certain time, the bearing is going to reach the thermal equilibrium. So after reaching the thermal equilibrium, whatever the heat is generated, that heat is going to dissipated to surrounding. In this manner. So how much the heat dissipation? The heat dissipation, the quantity is given by heat Q suffix D into Ca into Tb minus Ta. Okay, so it is also expressed in terms of watts. Now what is C here? The capital C represents heat dissipation coefficient. Heat dissipation coefficient. It is expressed in terms, the units for the heat dissipation coefficient is watt per meter square per degree centigrade. So I think you have already aware about these units. Where you read this one in a heat transfer subject, H value, convective heat transfer coefficient, H value. In natural convection process, this H value you studied, convective heat transfer coefficient, that units is this one. In a Fourier's law equation, thermal conductivity units is watt per meter per degree centigrade. This you studied. This is for the conduction. Now this is for the convection. This already you studied. I am repeating once again. A is the projected area A is the projected area. So the area is in terms of meter square, L into D, that is meter square. And TB is the bearing temperature in degree centigrade. TA is the ambient temperature in degree centigrade. Now, for the bearings, those are fully unventilated system, means there is no supply of air to the bearing. At that time, the C value, heat dissipation coefficient, the C value is lies 142 420 watt per meter square per degree centigrade. This value you have to remember about. C value for unventilated. Suppose the problem is mentioned particularly unventilated bearing. At that time you have to consider 140 to 420. It means you can select 140. The range is giving here. 140 you can select 141, 142, 143, 150, 160, 200, 300, 400 up to 420. You can select any value. Okay. Now this is for the unventilated. Now if it is ventilated, the C value, fully ventilated, means there is a continuous supplying of air. So the bearing, the C value should be, we have taken 492, the range is given 1400 watt per meter square per degree centigrade. It means you can select 490, 500, 1000 or up to 1400. This is the value range for the ventilated system. Unventilated, ventilated, both things are there for the C value, heat dissipation coefficient. Okay. Now for the TB minus TA, for TB minus TA, the relation for TB minus TA, the relation we have to take 1 by 2 half of the TO minus TA. It means TB minus TA is equal to the half of the TO minus TA. What is TO? TO is the oil temperature, otherwise operating temperature of the oil, and TA is the ambient temperature. So that relation, it is used to, this relation is used to calculate the TB minus TA. Okay. Now the note here, for well-designed bearing, the temperature of the film should be not more than 60 degrees. It means whatever the design we be bearing, that bearing should not, whatever, to maintain the safe condition, the oil film temperature TO should not exceed the 60 degrees centigrade. What happens if the 60 degrees exceeding? So whatever the oil we are supplying, that oil viscosity is going to decreases. So please mute yourself. Somebody is making noise. Okay. Now here note is given. What is the notes? First one is the, for to maintain the safe condition of the bearing, the oil film temperature should not exceed the 60 degrees. Okay, here I written. It means T naught we have to maintain 60 degrees only, 60 degrees centigrade. We should not exceed this value. So what happened if it exceeds? So the oil temperature, sorry, as the temperature increases, the viscosity of the oil is going to decreases, and the bearing is going to work under danger conditions. Okay. Now second case is when the temperature of the oil film is exceeding, so we have to provide a artificial cooling. So even though 60 degrees exceeding, so what happens? it is going to work under danger condition, means under safe condition is out of the safe condition. So at this time what we have to do, we have to maintain a artificial cooling. Now third point, how much artificial cooling we have to maintain. So to how much, to get the quantity of artificial cooling means maybe we can provide the circulating the water, water. Second one is continuously we are supplying the mass of oil. How much mass of oil we are supplying? So this mass of oil we have to supply how much the mass of oil is required. That is nothing but, here I am writing the equation, Qt equal ms into T. So it means this ms into T is the heat carried by the mass of oil, and Qt is the heat maintained by the mass of oil. So this Qt, the value is, we got Qt value from this relation Qg minus Qd. Qg is nothing but heat generated, Qd is nothing but heat dissipated. So there is a, see here how much the heat is generating. There is no condition is there, like whatever the how much quantity is heat is generating, that much of same quantity has to dissipate to surrounding. There is not like a, there is no condition. It means some amount of heat is going to dissipated and some amount of heat is going to remains in the bearing. That heat also we have to remove. How we have to remove this one? By circulating the water, first one. Otherwise we are continuously, if we supply the continuously some mass of oil, so that mass of oil continuously we are supplying and taken out from the bearing, here coming inside and taking the heat and going outside. Like this we are supplying the artificial cooling. So see here, whatever remains inside the bearing, the heat, that is taken by the oil. So that is nothing but this one. So how much remains in this side? That is Qg minus Qd. This one. That equal to remains in the bearing, that is maintained by the oil, that is equal to carried by the oil, ms into T, where m is the mass of the oil, s is the specific heat of the supplied oil, T is the temperature of the temperature limit of the supplied oil. So this value is maybe up to 10 degrees centigrade. Now S value, specific heat for the supplied heat, oil supplied specific heat, this value is range 1840 to 2100 joule per kg degree centigrade. Okay, so this range we need to remember, the specific heat 1840 to 2100. Okay, now the design procedure. So for design procedure, the points are listed here. In this, whatever the points are listed here, in this manner only we have to solve the numericals also. Okay, Babu. Now first one, determine the bearing length by choosing the L by D ratio from the table. Which table? I already shown. Just again I am showing here. So this one. From this table, L by D ratio. See here, L by D ratio as per the statement given in the question. Here the question statement will be given here, means what type of machinery. Okay, so that L by D ratio from the table, determine the length of the bearing L value. From the table we have to select the L by D ratio. Now after taking the L value, calculating the L value, the first point. After calculating L and D, what we have to do next, we have to check the bearing pressure, whether the our take whatever the we have taken the values L and D, that are under safe limits or not, we have to check. That is going to done in the second point, P is equal to W by L into D. So this value P we are going to calculate in with the help of these values. and we have to compare with the standard value that is given in the table. Now after that, operating temperature T suffix O, sorry here, T suffix O, operating temperature of the oil, we have to select from the table. Otherwise, standard relation is given 60, it should not exceed the 60 degrees centigrade. Okay. After this, what is the next point? This determining the bearing characteristic number Zn by P, operating value. Assume the bearing temperature and check these with the corresponding values in the table. Okay, and determine the possibility of the maintain fluid film operation. It means how much fluid film thickness we have to maintain, that is fourth point. And assume the clearance ratio, that is C by D, from the table only. Just know what I have shown in the table. From the table only, C by D ratio we have to select. After getting the C by D ratio, we have to calculate the coefficient of friction. Okay. Now heat generator, just now we discussed about the heat generated. Just now we discussed about the heat dissipated. Now determine the thermal equilibrium. Just now again we discuss about the Qt is equal to mST. This is the heat equilibrium condition. Heat dissipate becomes at least equal to the heat generated. It means heat generated is equal to at least equal to the heat dissipated. Okay. So at this time, actually this should be happen when this is should be, it is going to achieve when the bearing is reaching to the equilibrium condition. After reaching the equilibrium condition, because of continuously overcoming the friction resistance, Qg quantity is going to rise, means Qg is going to larger than the Qd. So at this time, what we have to do, we have to supply the artificial cooling. So to provide the artificial cooling, we are making Qg minus Qd is equal to mST. So this one is referred as this one. Okay. So after getting this one, after equating this one, what we are going to get, this much of the mass of the, get the bearing. So this is the design procedure. So this procedure points you need to remember. So through these points only, whatever the points I listed here, in this manner only you have to solve the problem. Is it right, Babu? Okay, all right. Now see here, problems based on the sliding contact bearings. Now first, given data. Design a journal bearing of centrifugal pump. See here, centrifugal pump from the following data. So centrifugal pump is given. Centrifugal pump for the following data. Load on the journal bearing W equal 20,000 newtons. Speed of the journal 900 rpm. Type of oil SAE 10. What is SAE, Babu? Anybody know? Type of SAE 10, for which the absolute viscosity Z value is given in the question, 0.017 kg meter second, and temperature of the oil is given 55 degrees centigrade. What is SAE, Babu? Anybody know? And the ambient temperature of the oil is given 15.5 degrees. Maximum bearing pressure is given 1.5 Newton per mm square. Calculate also mass of lubricating oil. See here, mass of lubricating oil required for artificial cooling if temperature of the oil, whatever we are supplying, that should be limited to 10 degrees centigrade. So temperature of supplied oil 10 degrees centigrade. Okay, and mass of oil, how much question is asking, and the heat dissipation coefficient is given, C value, capital C value 1232 warm watts per meter square per degree centigrade. So this is the given data regarding this problem. SAE means Society of Automotive Engineering. 10 is represents the grade. So for SAE 10, this much of oil viscosity, this much of temperature. When you are changing your bike's oil, so suppose we are purchasing the bike oil, lubricating oil, you can find the SAE value on the bottle, whatever you purchase. SAE means Society of Automotive Engineering. 10 is the grade. Based on this grade, the properties are going to listed. Okay. Now, first thing, what is the question is asking? SAE 10 for which is maximum calculate the mass of oil. So how much mass of oil is this asking the question here. So how much mass of oil is required? The basic equation is QT equal MS into T. S value is the specific heat of the supplied oil. So the value for the specific heat is how much already listed just now. 1840 joules per kg degree centigrade. This value. So you can select this value, or you can select this value, or you can select the between this interval. So I am selecting the 1840 directly. Now temperature of the supplied oil is given in the question, that is 10 degrees centigrade. Now question is how much mass we have to supply. Now QT, how much? QT we don't know. QT equal, we can also write QG minus QD. Again, what is QG? Heat generated by the bearing, that is mu into W into V. Okay, what is again mu? Mu means 33 by 10 to the power of 8 10 to the power of 8 into Zn by P into D by C plus K. So in this manner, like this, we have to calculate the all parameters. Otherwise, already I have shown the procedure. Already I have shown the design procedure. So in that manner also we can calculate. Now first one, in design procedure, L value we have to calculate. So to calculate the L value, what we require from the table, L by D ratio we have to calculate. So go to the table. So see here, centrifugal pump we have to focus. Where is centrifugal pump? Automobile, aircraft, 4-stroke, 2-stroke oil, marine steam engine, stationary low-speed engine, stationary high-speed steam engine, reciprocating pump, compressor, steam. So only one table. That continuation of the another table is there. I have not pasted here. Okay. So from the L by D ratio, from the table L by D ratio for the centrifugal pump, question is mentioned centrifugal pump, L by D ratio lies 1 to 2 from the table. So 1 to 2 means we can select 1, 1.1, 1.2 dash dash up to 2. So I am selecting 1.6. Your wish, Babu. There is no condition to select 1.6 only. Your wish, you can select any value. I am selecting the 1.6. Now L becomes 1.6 into D. Now we don't know D value, so that's the reason I am assuming the D value as a 100 mm. So D value I am assuming as 100 mm. Now what is the L value? 160 mm. This first point is over. Now what is the second point? Bearing pressure we need to calculate. Load by L into D. Load value given in the question 20,000, L value 160, D value 100. Now how much this one? These 2, 3 zeros are cancel. 20 by 16. How much, Babu? 20 by 16. Do it fast. 20 by 16. 1.25. 1.25. What is the units for this one? Now see here, our calculated bearing pressure value is 1.25. But the question is given maximum bearing pressure. Maximum bearing pressure 1.5 Newton per mm square. See here, our calculated value is within the prescribed value. Means not exceeding the standard value. This is the standard value given for the question for the centrifugal pump. This much of pressure should be there and should not exceed the 1.5. So whatever we calculated 1.25, that is under safe condition. It means, what is the meaning of this one? Whatever the parameters we assumed, D as a 100 mm and L by D ratio as a 1.6. So these assumed values are under safe condition. So like that you have to write the comment. Hence, you have to write comment. Hence, the calculated pressure value is 1.25 is less than the maximum bearing pressure value. So the L value, L by D ratio 1.6 and the assumed D value 100 mm are safe condition. Under safe condition. Like this, you have to write the comment. Now after that, what is the third point? Bearing characteristics number we need to calculate. Zn by P, nothing but bearing characteristic number. What is Z value given in the question? The question given the Z value for ACI 10 0.2017. 0.017 and N value, speed of the bearing is given 900 rpm. Bearing pressure, how much bearing pressure? Our safe value only we need to take. This is the value for checking purpose only. Okay, this is the value we have to consider for calculation. 1.25. Don't get confused, Babu. This maximum bearing pressure value is used to comparison purpose. Okay, and this 1.2 value means our calculated value is used to further calculations. So now tell me how much value? 0.017 by 9 into 900 by 1.25. Do it fast. Do it fast, Babu. Write in the
Sir,
chat.
12.24.
Wait, Babu. 12 point. Please tell me again. 12 point.
12.24.
Very good. 12.24. So this much we got. Now from the table Zn by P, from the table Zn by P, the value is 28. Okay. Now what we discussed in the McKee brothers equation, bearing characteristic and bearing modulus relation from the previous topic. For the normal condition, Zn by P should be maintained at least 3 times of the section modulus. Okay. Now from this relation, bearing modulus is 1 by 3 into Zn by P. So K equal 1 by 3 into Zn by P. I am taking from the table value 28. So 28 means 9.23 1 something. Okay, 9.31.
Nine.
Okay. How much, Baba? 9 only.
9.33.
33. Okay, 9.33. So K equal to 9.33. It means, see here, the K value bearing modulus 9.33 we are getting, but our calculated Zn by P value 12.4, 12.24. So 12.24 is greater than the bearing modulus. It means here the Zn by P is 3 times greater than the K value. So what 3 times greater than the K value. It means whatever our calculated value 9.33. So our Zn by P value is 12.24. So that's the reason what we have to write a comment from the table. 9.3, sorry, from the table this much we got the Zn by P value, and the K value is a 9.33, which is less than the calculated Zn by P value 12.24. Okay, so that's the reason it is going to operated under hydrodynamic condition. Like this we have to write the comment. Now after that, the fourth point is, from the table C by D value we have to calculate. The C by D value for the centrifugal pump, the C by D value is 0.0013. This is the value. Now after that, fifth point is coefficient of friction we have to calculate, that is 33 by 10 to the power of 8 into Zn by P into D by C plus K. 33 by 10 to the power of 8. Zn by P, how much we got? Zn by P 12.24. 12.24. And D by C, how much? D by C we don't know, but C by D we know. It means 1 by C by D, we can write this one, isn't it? So what is that value? This value is 0.0013. K value blindly you can take as 0.002. Okay, now tell me the mu value. How much the mu value? Do it fast. How much mu value? Everything is written on the screen. Just substitute the values in calculator. Now let me give the value mu. What is mu?
0.31.
0.31. Okay, 0.31. Now what is the sixth point after this? 0.31. Please see, Babu, it is not 0.31. Recheck again. Not 0.31. To cross check again, please.
Sir, 0.005.
0. Yeah, exactly. 0.005. Okay. Now, what is the sixth point? QG we have to calculate. Sorry, QG. QG is mu into W into V. So load value given in the question itself, 20,000 newtons. Mu value here we calculated, and V value pi dn by 60, pi dn by 60. So D value we assumed as 100 mm. So here velocity is in meter per second. So that is the reason take the D value in meters. 100 mm means convert it into meters. It means 0.01 into speed value 900 rpm by 60. 100 by, 0.0, not 0.1, 0.1. 0.1. So substitute the all values. Now tell me directly Qg value how much in terms of watts. Qg value how much? Everything is written on the screen. Mu value not 0.3 babu. Mu value is this much, 0.005. Everything is written on the screen. So substitute the values and tell me the Qg value. This type of problem very important. Damn surely I can give assurance that this type of questions will going to come in the external examination. Don't neglect to interact with the class. How much Qg?
471, sir. 471.
471. Okay, very good. Now what is the seventh point? Seventh point is QD. QD is CA into TB minus TA. Now C value how much? Question itself given C value. How much given C value? 1232. 1232 watt per meter square per degree centigrade, and A value is the area L into D. It should be in meter square now. It means 160 means 160 mm means 160 means 0.16 into 0.1 and TB minus TA. TB minus TA means half into TO minus TA. So half into TO value how much given in the question? The TO value is given in the question 55 degrees. Ambient temperature value is given 15.5 degrees centigrade. So it means 1/2 into 55 minus 15.5. 15.5. 39.5 divided by 2. 47.25. Okay. Now this much how much? Area 160 into 1 Now QD is equal to 389.3 watts. Now see here, heat generated is 470, heat dissipated is 389. It is the generation is greater than the dissipation. Now the generation of heat is greater than the dissipation, so that is the reason the bearing should be reaches the equilibrium condition first. So to reach the equilibrium condition, this is the condition Qg equal QD. So now because the reason the Qg is greater than the QD, so that is the reason Qg minus QD equal to QT. That is equal to mass of lubricating oil into specific unit temperature. So Qg how much we got? 471 minus QD how much we got just now? 389.3. How much this one? 471 minus 389.3, 81.7 is equal to mass into specific heat into temperature. Now specific heat value, I already mentioned the range value, so I am taking the direct value 1840. Now this value is given in the question 10 degree centigrade. Now M equal 81.7 by 1840 into 10. Now tell me this value. (81.7) 1840 400. (0.0044). So this value is whatever the mass value we got, this is kg per second. Okay, now if it is asked for kg per minute, so how much 60 means 60 seconds, 1 minute means into 60. So into 60, if you multiply with into 60, 0.266 kg per minute. Now this much of oil we have to supply per minute or per second. Okay, Babu. Any doubt regarding this problem? This type of problem is very important every time. Such type of question you can find in the previous paper. Okay, one of the problem I taken from the previous questions. So this is the procedure. In the same manner you have to follow in the examination also. So regarding this problem, do you have any doubt? You can ask. No doubt, Babu? If you don't have any doubts, shall I move to next problem? Now see, this is another type of problem. The load on the journal bearing. So let me write first given data. given data, the load on the journal bearing is W value 150 kilonewtons due to turbine shaft diameter is given 300 mm, running speed is given 180 or 1800 rpm. Determine the following. First one is the length of the bearing. How much? Length of the bearing is how much if maximum bearing pressure 1.6 Newton per mm square. It means the length of the bearing is, if allowable bearing pressure is this much, means whatever the length we are selecting, that length should be sustained this much of pressure. First question. Now second question, amount of heat removed by the lubricant per minute. Per minute he is asking. Okay, so per minute is nothing but amount of heat removed. How much amount is heat removed, how much heat is generated is there, same amount of heat is going to remove. Okay, so that is nothing but, here I am not writing the QD equation because it is a thermal equilibrium. So how much of heat is generated, same amount of heat is going to removed by the oil. So that is the reason directly I am writing mu into W into V. So this value is watts. Watts is nothing but joules per second. But question is asking per minute. So per minute means I have to convert this per minute in multiply with the 60. Okay. So one by one I am writing here. To calculate the L value, first thing is area. How much the area? L into D. So L value I don't know. D value is given 300 mm. So you convert into meters, 0.3, 0.3. Okay. So maximum bearing pressure value is given D. So W value is given 150 into 10 to the power of 3. By L value I don't know. D value is 0.3. Now maximum bearing pressure value is given here 1.6. So with this relation, tell me the L value how much? 150 into 10 to the power of 3 by 1.6 into 0.3. 150 into 10 to the power of 3 by 0.3 into 1.6. Now tell me this value. .6 into 0.3, 0.48 by 150 into 10 to the power of 3. Three 12.5 and 5 mm. So the value is will get in terms of meters. So that one I am converting here directly, 312.5 mm. Now this much of the length here. Now heat removed by the oil how much? Second question. Heat removed by the oil is nothing but mu value. Heat removed by the oil, directly I am writing 33 by 10 to the power of 8. Z value is given, see here in Z value. Z value here given 0.002, 0.02 into P Zn 1800 by P. Maximum pressure we have to consider here, Zn by P into D by C, means 1 by D by C. So D by C value, here D value we know, and C value, diameter clearance ratio. So D by C, capital D minus small d. Capital D minus small d small d diameter clearance. Okay, see here bearing clearance is given here 0.25. So 300 D by C value 0.25 plus 0.002 into W 150 into 10 to the power of 3 into pitch line velocity pi into D value 0.3 into 1800 by 60. See here, this whole product is referred as a mu, this one is referred as a W, this one is a velocity. Qg means what? Mu W V. Now tell me what is the total product value? Do it fast, Babu. What is Qg? Everything is written on the screen. What is Qg? If you get the answer, that is nothing but heat removed by the lubricating oil per minute. Do it fast, Babu. Qg is equal to 471.2. This is the previous value, I think. Okay. Do it fast, Babu. What is Qg? Everything is written on the screen. Heat, nothing but heat removed by the lubricating oil per minute. How much, Babu? If you are unable to speak, you can put a message. In the chat box. So mu value 33 by 10 to the power of 8 into Zn by P 0.02 into 1800 1.6 into 300 by 0.25 plus 0.002. How much this one? Calculate separately. W is 150 into how much, Babu? 150 into 10 to the power of 3. D is equal to pi D. D is 0.3 to 1800 60. So mu value how much? First tell me mu value. Mu value is 0.010. Okay, this one pi dn by 60. Pi into 3.14 into 0.3 into 118 by 60. 28.3 meter per second. Now Qg equal 0.010 into 150 into 10 to the power of 3 into 28.3. How much is this one? 0.010 into 150, 100,000 into 28.3. $46,694 joules per second or watts. So 46.694 kilowatts. But question is asking per minute how much. So per minute means this is kilojoule per second. So per minute how much we have to supply means multiply with the 60. Multiply the 60, then you will get minute. So 416 46.694 into 60. 2801.64 kilojoule per minute. This much of oil is required to remove the not this much of heat is going to remove. So here instead of writing mass, I am writing Qg. This much of heat required to remove per minute. Okay, Babu. So regarding these two problems and today's topic, do you have any doubts, Babu? You can ask. These are very important. Easily you can get score, maximum score you can get, Babu. Simple type of problem, there is no difficulty. Do you have any doubts? You can ask. If you don't have any doubts, shall I end the class?